Hello, welcome back to Land Rover Toolbox videos. If you remember, we did a tutorial on fitting the Slickshift for Defender. Well, it's been a couple of weeks, so we're going to do a review on this now and let you know how we've got on. Basically, the Slickshift, if you didn't know, improves gear changing on the LT77s and the R380 gearboxes. It reduces sloppiness and minimises travel on the gear stick. This is an innovation, a brainchild from Shabs from Syncroworks Developments, and now in stock at Paddock Spares. Unfortunately, this kit only fits to the Defender LT77 and R380 gearboxes. If you've got a Discovery, unfortunately it has a different gear selector mechanism and it will not fit. The real important thing here is to actually get the bias springs correct so the gears will select properly. If they're not set up right, you'll find that you'll be hunting for third and fourth gears because they won't go in properly. It might take you a couple of attempts to get it right, but once the biases are right, it's very easy to select and comfortable. The added height and the length of the lower gear stick will make the gear shifting much better and much closer. We've tried this out now and set it up correctly in a vehicle, taken the Defender out regularly to see if there are any glitches with this modification. The gear selectors are much closer together. Sometimes the Defender gear selection is like stirring porridge. We'll have a look here. The gear selection itself is close. We've got first to third gear and then over to fifth. The fifth is always further away, like this. However, if you check with your Land Rover when you're driving, the gear stick throw is quite dramatic, and this is much reduced with the Slickshift. It's easy to fit in the gearbox, and to be honest with you, if you're competent, it might take about 10 minutes. You need the spacer blocks, and you do need a few extra pieces like some silicone, because you don't get gaskets in the kit. Gaskets are no longer used on R380 gearboxes, and it's acceptable to use it. As long as you use a sealant, it won't leak up the top end. And you can see clearly here that there is a fluid in the gear selector housing, so be warned of this. The other thing you don't get in a kit is your gear selector housing at the top. The slots here, which I'm pointing to, could be worn, so be warned if they are, you need to replace it. This is a snip with FRC 7155, which is available from Paddock at quite a reasonable price, so don't be worried about that. If you click on the screen right now in the center, you'll find the fitting instruction video, which is actually quite long, but it will show you exactly how to fit this piece of equipment to your gearbox. It's worthwhile. Setting it up, you've got to take time doing, because you need to get the bias springs right so you're not trying to find third gear. Otherwise, driving this as it is in a Defender, it makes a hell of a difference and it feels like a new gearbox. But I will tell you, this is not a cure for gearboxes that have selector problems.